global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Some months ago, many Nigerians, many top politicians would agree with me that they did say that Peter Obi cannot get any reasonable vote. In fact, they called him a social media president who has no impact, who is an underdog to worsen the situation. During the rally, the likes of Fea'r of Kaduna believe that if he even gets up to 200 people, then he has really tried. But fast forward to now, Peter Obi keeps making waves, and to the extent that politicians, former presidential aspirant, is now warning both ruling party and main opposition to be very wary of Peter Obi and the fact that he can actually do something very strong. To make matters very interesting, the Labour Party have decided to unveil 1,234 members presidential campaign council list. The moment you're going to find out all that. And also, there seems to be a lot going on against, or rather between, the likes of APC and PDP as they begin to tackle wars against one another. Before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let's start with what is happening in Labour Party. Ahead of the 2023 presidential election, the Labour Party has released the list of its presidential campaign council list consisting of about 1,234 members. The list was disclosed today during the press conference in Abuja. Report has it that the list was released 14 days after the official commencement of campaigns for the forthcoming 2023 general elections. Earlier, Dr. Doni Okonkwe, who was announced as the Director General of the Campaign Council, declared that the party's presidential candidate, Peter Obi, had the capacity to defeat other candidates in the coming election. We're going to give you full details on who and who they chose. But first of all, let's find out what they're saying about the obedient movement and why they're warning every top politicians to be wary of Peter Obi and his supporters. Garba, the former presidential aspirant, has cautioned his party, APC, not to underestimate the supporters of Peter Obi, popularly known as the Obedient. Report has Lesotho, relating it to the recent experience in Lesotho, in which a party, RFP, founded in March 2022, won the presidency due to young people's votes. The former presidential aspirant of the Young Progressive Party, YPP, said they should not be taken for granted. He, however, advised APC to have a current strategic campaign if they are to secure victory. He wrote, and I quote, "A party, RFP, founded by Sam in March 2022 in Lesotho, won the presidency as a result of young people's vote. A similar case happened in Kenya and Zambia, all in 2022. That is why we shouldn't underestimate this Obedient. APC must have a modern strategic campaign to secure victory." Now, never chanted. It's many small. Okay, but let's find out what is going on between the ruling party and the main opposition. In fact, they're releasing everything that's close. Well, as the 2023 presidential election draws closer, the political atmosphere is becoming tense, with camps of presidential candidates engaging in verbal attacks. The tense atmosphere is visible in the camps of the leading candidates, Bola Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Atiku of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and Peter Obi of the Labour Party, LP. It was observed that supporters of these frontline presidential candidates have increased the intensity of their verbal moves against one another. Several followers of Obi have been accused of insulting and bullying supporters of other presidential candidates online. Some political stakeholders have described Obi supporters as intolerable of others. Just last week, the spokesman of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, that's Festus Keyamo, likened the PDP's presidential candidate Atiku to a conductor applying for a driver's job. Tackling Keyamo over his comment, Atiku's media aide, as Paul Ibe, also likened Tinubu to a drug baron applying to head an anti-narcotic agency. Condemning the verbal attacks, Chuks Ebugbo, a former spokesman of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, urged Tinubu, Atiku, and Obi's camp to address politics of issues. He urged the camps of the frontline presidential candidate to jettison the politics of rancor. Iboku said it's unfortunate that despite the effort by the Abdul Salam Abubakar-led National Reconciliation Committee, some political actors are bent on mudslinging and political rancor. It's unfortunate that some political actors have failed to learn the lessons of political bitterness. It was political bitterness that caused the fall of the First Republic and resulted in a civil war. It appears that people don't learn from history. Why can't they pursue politics of issues? There is ginger in the land and people are suffering, yet you see them traveling in private jets. See what happened in Uyo. They are not telling us what would put food on our table or solve our problem. That's not what Keyamo and other political aides are interested in, but they are only interested in causing political havoc everywhere. Those people they are using should learn from history. Be you Peter Obi, Tinubu, Kongwanso or Atiku. They should talk about politics of issues and tell the followers to stop politics of mudslinging. Followers of presidential candidate should face issues and not follow all these men that have stolen us dry in the past. I want to advise Tinubu, Peter Obi and Atiku to address politics of issues and not of rancor. But let's look at them really. Let's start from the very last. Politics of issues. If there's any presidential candidate who have been issue-based, please, I give it up for Peter Obi 100%, in fact 101, 1,000% and much more. A thumb up, always. He's always issue-based. He has never really personalized his politics. He's always telling Nigerians the problems and how it can be solved. All right. It's always a case of, if you listen very closely, of course, I'm not trying to take sides. I'm trying to be as political as I can, even though I'm a Nigerian. You would agree with me that the likes of Dino Malayi of PDP and Festus Keyamo and even FFK of APC, before he was a PDP member, but now he's an APC member, I'm talking about FFK, they have been calling themselves out, calling their principals out. You just find out that they're just busy playing with our minds, really, playing psychological game. If there's anyone who have ever been issue-based, has been Peter Obi. And that's why even Adamu is beginning to see the hype. He's beginning to see the vibe. He's beginning to see that the youth, though not organized like the way PDP and APC will do their elections, do their campaign, where you see people wear special clothes. Some people will go on all green. Some people will go on all yellow. You see them in groups. This one, Peter Obi's group, is about the youth. They come in their number, in their ways, and you keep hearing things on Obi, Kererenke. They come in their number. They may not be specially adorned with special clothes, but they come in their numbers wanting change. And like you would always agree with me, if you've not seen the video, check our playlist. Even Bola Tinubu told anyone who cares to ask for a change in governance, tell them to shut up. You now see where we are heading to. So it's up to you and I to make this happen. Yes, you have seen it. It has happened in other countries of the world. In Africa, Zambia have done that. Kenya have done that. Lesotho, of course, is the latest one in the block, have also done that. Where the youth changed the narrative because they were eager for positive change. Nigeria can also do that. It's up to all of us. Let's put in our comment section what's your take. Have a nice time. God bless you.